Yahoo! Oh wait. Oh my gosh. I didn't notice. One moment. It's so goofy when this happens. Okay, I think I know how to fix it though. There we go. Anyway. Hi. Yahoo! Wait, is my mic different? Hold on. I can double check that. Ah, yes it is. Nice catch. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, it was from the... I mean, I don't know what it's from. Sorry about that. I did not do my usual checking before the stream today. I just went live really suddenly. I just woke up. How beautiful would it have been had I woken up yesterday? Oh my gosh. Yeah, hello. I wanted to chat for a little bit. Wanted to hang out for a little bit. I didn't get to see as much of you yesterday as I'd hoped. How was my sleep? Well, to tell you the truth, my sleep has been a bit rough the last few days. I usually get enough, and like the last couple weeks I've been getting enough just at weird times. Last few days I've been switching into my habit sometimes, my work habit of taking a lot of naps instead of sleeping a full night. So I've been I've been a little bit sleepier than usual, as you may have noticed. Yeah, I should probably acknowledge it straightforwardly so that we can move on from it. For those that do not know, and just to kind of address it for those that were there to know, I had a collab scheduled yesterday. I was supposed to play Dead by Daylight with 3 livers from the main branch, and also with Zeal from my wave here in EN. I was very, very excited for this collab, but when I was setting up for the collab, I was setting up an hour and a half, 2 hours early, because I was really, really excited. I wanted to make sure everything was perfect, and I wanted to make sure I knew how to play the game, so I was about to play the tutorial. I thought, okay, I'm getting really tired, so I'll just lay down my head for a second, and then I'll do the tutorial. And I even set alarms, just in case. You know, just in case I set my head down for too long, because I know how this happens, you know? I know how this goes, usually. And usually if I do that, and if it's for a really short time, because the alarms I set were really short. I wasn't supposed to lay my head down for more than 30 minutes. Yeah, I laid my head down, thinking I'd be up again in time to get everything ready, but by the time I woke up, the collab had already happened, and I missed almost all of it. Thankfully, I did get to play a couple games, which made me really happy. I'm very, very thankful that everybody was willing to stay a little bit longer. I did hear that they were saying it was the last game before I woke up, so I'm really, really thankful that everybody took a little extra time to include me. It meant a lot to me. But yeah, I realized that you will probably just show me kindness and patience, and you'll just tell me that it happens and it's okay and everything, and I appreciate that. But I do want to say that I don't know, I take it very seriously, and I'm very upset that I made a mistake like that. So I want to say that I'm sorry. Oh! Speaking of alarms, oh my gosh, jump scare. That's the one I set yesterday. I forgot it was on repetition, so it went off again today. That was such a jump scare. If only it would have woken me up yesterday. But yes, if you know me, if you've known me for long enough, you may know that I'm very strict about apologizing for things. I have a long-running habit of apologizing for things that I don't really need to. So I do hope you know how serious it is to me that I'm going out of my way to say that I'm sorry about that. As excited as I was, I imagine you may have been really excited too. And I am very sincerely sorry that I was not able to be there as I planned to be. And I want to thank you as well for being so patient with me and for showing me so much kindness. This is, I think, the first stream that I've ever missed. Ever. And I want to, as important as it was to me, I want to use it as a lesson to not let it happen again. I want to be more careful in the future. Yeah, thank you again for being so patient with me. And I am sincerely sorry that I was not able to be there. I was so excited. I was so excited for it. To tell you the truth, this was actually this collab was actually originally scheduled a few months ago, but just when we were about to do it, like a few days before, there was like a health complication, and it made it difficult to move forward. It wouldn't have been a very smart choice. We all agreed, so we decided to just indefinitely postpone it. But I was so excited for it, so I was the one in the end that pushed for it to happen in October, because there was no talk for a bit of rescheduling. Everybody was so busy, me included. So the fact that I was the one that pushed for it to happen again makes it so embarrassing. It makes it so embarrassing that I wasn't able to be there for the whole thing. Yeah, I do also want to say, this is not me just like talking down on myself or like being extra like needlessly critical or anything. I don't want you to worry about me, and I don't want you to worry about my self-esteem or anything like that. Please don't worry. It's just I take it, I need you to understand how seriously it is, how seriously I take it. I need you to understand how serious it is to me. I don't know, I think any collab, sleeping through it is not something I'd be very proud of. But this in particular was my first collab with anybody from the main branch, and I really want to set a good impression, you know? Because I don't know, to me in that context, I stand as a representative of EN, you know? Yeah, once again, I'm sorry that I was not able to be there for it. I fell asleep. 寝てしまった。昨日のコラボ配信、本当に楽しみにしていましたけど、疲れていた。そして寝てしまった。ごめんなさい。I don't have any more words. I can't. I don't know enough words to communicate the rest of what I've just said, but hopefully there can be similar collabs in the future so that I can learn more words. でも応援してくれてありがとう。これからも頑張ります。I will do my best not to let it happen again. Let's move on now. Yeah, thank you again for your support. I don't wanna be all gloom and doom the whole day and like forever after. I was really sad at first, but the fact that they went out of their way to extend it a little bit so that I could play it made me not sad anymore. Now I'm just a little embarrassed. But I think I'll get over that eventually, hopefully. Yeah, I'll be more careful. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, how have you been? What is good in your world? What have you been up to lately, last few days? Are there any recent developments? Have you done anything new? Anything interesting? Have you tasted anything interesting? What's up in your life? Planning a trip? Ooh, that's exciting. I've been thinking of planning a trip myself. Nowhere in particular. I haven't decided, but I don't know. With all though maybe it's a bad idea because traveling can be stressful. I don't know. I've been a bit stressed recently, so I thought, oh, maybe I should plan a vacation. Maybe I should plan a little trip so that I have cool stories to tell you about. But I don't know. maybe it's not the best idea. Maybe I just get more stressed. You did karaoke with Debonairs? That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. I've always wanted to do karaoke with friends. I've only ever done it with the only karaoke, like group karaoke I've ever done was sometimes at family reunions or like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, we would pull up karaoke videos on YouTube and we'd just sing without a microphone or anything. I would love to go to like a karaoke place. That'd be really nice. That'd be really, really exciting. Just finished presenting research. Oh my goodness, congratulations. I imagine it took a lot of work to get everything together, to even just do the research. So proud of you. So epic. Research is, I feel like research is often thankless work, but I think it's important. So yeah, congratulations on presenting everything. Let's see. What have I been doing? I've been... Can you guess? It's kind of predictable. Oh man. I've been working. Yeah, I've been busy. That's it. Yep, I've been busy. I've been B-I-T-H-Y, busy. I've been busy. I'm trying to... I don't know. I've been trying kind of passively the last week to take more time to rest. I'm going to treat yesterday as a wake-up call and take it super seriously. Take like a proper full day off where I'm not doing any work at all. Because I think I mentioned to you pretty recently, I was like, don't worry, I'm making sure I take time to rest. That was more like, you know, in a single day, I would take a few hours to rest. Which is, you know, still good, but... Yeah, I think I'm gonna start taking it a bit more seriously. It's not that the work that I do is particularly hard either. I don't have any real reason to complain. It's more like just a combination of a ton of small things. You know what I mean? Most of them actually unrelated to the work that I'm focused on. Yeah, I'd rather spare you the details. It's not anything you'd care to know, but there have been like complications left and right with this thing, and I've had you know, with the change of seasons, I've had a bunch of like household chores to keep up with and things to prepare for the next season. Even just the regular daily chores of, you know, laundry, cleaning, cooking. Sometimes that can be a bit of a stressor. So piling that alongside other stuff that I actually have to be like really focused on, it's been taking its toll a bit recently. Yeah, I don't want you to worry. If it got really, really bad, I would rest. And I think I will. And it's not even gotten that bad yet. It just got bad enough that I laid my head down for just a little bit at the worst possible time. Yeah, I usually take my sleep very, very seriously, so I'm gonna try to get back to that. I'm just always very weak to... I'm weak to two things that ruin my sleep schedule. I think I've explained this a few times in the past, but I never mind to repeat myself. I'm weak to two things when it comes to sleep. The first thing is I'm weak to a productive work schedule. I find that late at night, I get really good work done because there's no interruption, you know? Nobody's coming to ask me for anything. Nobody's coming to tell me anything. I can just sit down and focus on whatever I'm working on, you know? That's the first thing. The second thing is FOMO and friendship, companionship. The second one is really, really strong. I have friends all over the world, and I'm very, very privileged to have such cool friends. However, the fact that they all live in different time zones, and the fact that a lot of them just are awake at different times of the day regardless of their time zone, it can make it really difficult to sleep a normal schedule and also maintain these friendships. It's so tough. And recently I've been kind of hit with a double whammy. I've been socializing while working, so I've been spending a lot of late nights, a bit later than I should probably. No regrets though. I'm very happy. I've said this before, and it remains true. Even in spite of the recent stress, I'm honestly happier than I've ever been. Yeah, and I mean that. It just means that I'm a little tired and I'm not able to to deliver exactly what I might normally do. Gaining energy from socializing? No. Maybe that's another weakness. Another stressor. I love socializing so much, but I drain energy when I do it. I spend energy on socializing. I'm not gaining it at all. It makes it a little easier to focus sometimes though. If it's the right setting. So introvert, yeah. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but again, I don't mind to repeat myself. I feel like I come off as an extrovert, but that is because societally, I think we have a very common misunderstanding of being an extrovert and being a socialite, conflating them as the same thing. You know? They really aren't the same thing. The distinction between extroversion and introversion, as far as I understand, is how you get your energy and how you spend your energy. An extrovert is someone that will spend their energy on menial things like work and chores and you know, going to their job, school, whatever. And then they gain their energy by talking to people and going out to parties, going to the bar after work. They gain energy from that. An introvert is somebody that gains energy by spending time alone, resting, laying in bed maybe, spending some time in a quiet place outside where nobody else is there. And they gain energy. No, they spend their energy. They like the energy that they've gained, they spend it on seeing their friends, going to parties, going to the bar after work. That's when they spend it. So after the whole interaction is over, when they get home, they're exhausted and they need to rest again. And there will be some period of time where they need to rest, or else the next interaction will be miserable. I am in the latter category. I love socializing. I am an absolute socialite. I love to meet people. I love learning about new friends. I love maintaining long-running friendships over years. And I've got so many dear friends, and I've made so many in this last year. And I cherish every single one. And I love it so much. However, it is exhausting. It is exhausting work. It is so tiring. Like, it is the most exhausting thing in the world to spend so much time talking to people. But I don't mind it. And it's like I said, because I love it. And because I love it, I am willing to spend that energy. I just have to be a little bit careful about how much of it I spend within a certain period, you know? That's also a bit of a challenge that I've encountered since starting this gig, you know? Because part of the work I do is being a socialite, you know? So when I spend my energy on that, the time that I would normally spend just decompressing, that's when I talk to people in a non-work context. You know what I mean? That's something I've been needing to work around and figure out. I think I'm getting better at it though. Recent evidence may be contradicting, but trust me. Yeah, I've been getting the hang of it, I think. Best charger really is the bed. Oh my gosh, I was actually gonna try and do a Splatfest stream yesterday, but in the end that was way too much excitement for me after my blunder. So instead I deep cleaned my room and I did a long shower. First long shower in a bit. A lot of my showers have been kind of short, simple lately. I did a proper long shower, did a thorough, I exfoliated, scrubbed real deep. It was nice. And I replaced my bed sheets, got them fresh out of the dryer. And then I was normal. That's my, if you're ever wondering how to deal with frustration or sadness or any negative emotion you may experience, that's my first hack. There are so many hacks and not all of them work. Some of them work for some people, but not others. But my first hack is to just clean your environment however much you can and replace your bed sheets and take a nice shower. And then when you go back to your clean bed sheets, all warm from the shower or the bath if you prefer baths, it's like everything's great, you know? Everything's awesome. Yeah. My room's generally clean anyway, but I was kind of due to do a proper like full sweep and mop and scrub and dust. And when I came back to my clean, spotless room, I just felt so nice. I am also a bit of a stress cleaner. I don't know if that's lore that I've shared. I'm absolutely a stress cleaner. That's something I do when I get stressed out or worried about something. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been the type that will just like pick up a broom or a rag whenever something's bothering me. Because I don't know, it just makes me feel better to have things be clean. It's like I'm cleaning away the thing that's troubling me, you know? I'm very thankful to have something productive as my as my coping mechanism. I feel like there are worse methods out there, worse habits. I don't know, it just feels nice. Highly recommend if you've never tried it. It feels pretty good. Maybe that's just me though. I think a lot of people dread cleaning enough that they delegate it to other people to do it for them. Dream kid. You mean it? Yeah, I always got praised for it. They'd be like, Kaelix, why did you do this? I didn't ask you to do all this. What the heck? I was about to do this myself. I'm like, I got a B in class, and I've been I've been so stressed out about it. I got a B in English. That was the really funny part, is they'd come into a spotless kitchen and they'd be like, what happened? They wouldn't ask. Eventually it reached a point where they wouldn't be like, Kaelix, why did you clean? What they'd say is, Kaelix, what happened? Why are you so sad? That's what it became eventually. It'd be like, all right, let's talk. I think that's kind of cute. I think it's I don't know, I feel like everybody has their tells. That was always one of mine. I realize that's one you might not see. And thankfully it's one that I haven't actually done as often in the last year or two. I keep using the word stress, but honestly fatigue would be better. I just get tired. I think real stress would really put me in a bad mood. But yeah, I'm generally very happy, very content. Now I kind of want to clean the rest of the house. I actually got into the habit kind of recently of cleaning doorknobs. That's an older one that I used to do. Do you clean doorknobs regularly? Highly recommend, especially in this time of year. Changing seasons, getting into winter. Doorknobs are a common site for germs to be found. I feel like it's kind of overlooked. Really easy to just kind of take some like alcoholic wipes or like a rag and cleaner. Just clean it off real quick. Licking doorknobs? What? You're licking them? Would not recommend that. Would not recommend that, my friend. That is a contagion any percent speedrun. That is a contagion any percent speedrun. That is so bizarre. Yeah, I would not recommend. Though there is something that I don't know, maybe it would feel kind of nice. I'd almost like a doorknob removed from a door. To just kind of... No, actually, I don't like the idea of metal between my teeth. That gives me little tingles just thinking about it. Don't like that. But I would love, I don't know. Imagine like a rubber doorknob, like chewing on that. That'd be pretty nice. Like just between your teeth. Could you imagine like dog toys, like chew toys for people? In the shape of a doorknob? That'd be pretty awesome. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. When I was a kid, I was always chewing on my toys. That was my nasty habit. Like when I was a little kid, like before starting school, like baby Kaelix, like actual baby Kaelix. I was always chewing on my toys. Teething baby? No, like beyond, it was at the point where I already had most of my teeth and I was still doing it. Just because it feels good to chew on things. It feels nice. I just think I should have a toy to demolish with my teeth right now. Oh, am I supporting the dog boy allegations right now? Am I am I validating the dog boy theory? Attached to my passy. No, I think it was actually the opposite. I think I wanted everything other than the pacifier. I jumped straight to literally everything else. As convenient as a pacifier was, I was a freak, baby. And I just wanted to be contrarian in everything I did, I guess. Chewing gum? Yeah, but no. Chewing gum's kind of gross. I think chewing gum is gross. I get the idea of chewing gum, and in theory, it's nice, but knowing what it is makes it gross to me. It's kind of like a lot of people learn how sausages are made, and then they won't eat a hot dog. I don't mind that, but or like gelatin, similar thing. Knowing what gum is usually made of makes me not want it. No shade though. If you like gum, that's awesome for you. What is it? I will leave that to you to research. Yeah, you can only know what you actively want to know. Highly encourage you to, if you're ever curious about what something's made of, I highly encourage you to look into it. It's actually pretty fun. You learn a lot of interesting things. Because often it'll be like, it's made of this thing, and it's a weird word that you've never heard of before. And you're like, okay, well, what's that thing? And then you Google that thing, and you learn what that is and how that's made. So like learning what one thing is can sometimes mean learning a bunch of other small things. You know what I mean? Yeah, how is it made videos? I love those. I love those videos. I love things like those videos too. Made of what? Well, now you know. Maybe don't swallow it if you're gonna chew it, and maybe be conscious of where you throw it away. That's what I'll say. Yeah, not a fan of chewing gum personally, but that's just me. Though I have heard of I don't personally care to remember any brand names or promote any right now, but like I heard about, in passing, I heard about a few brands of gum manufacturers that are smaller, and they make it using different ingredients in a way that was not as gross to me to read about. I was curious about that. Maybe I could go back to my gum chewing ways. That's what the parents say always. Don't swallow the gum. That is well, there is actually a rumor with that. There was a lot of parents would say if you swallow the gum, it'll stay in you forever, which is not really true. It just stays in you for a long time. Like it takes a while because it's all stretchy. It's all stretchy, and there's nothing in it to be digested. Like your body can't break it down, so it goes through your digestive tract a little slowly. Now, if you ate a lot of gum and swallowed it, that would be a problem. Like if you got a really large amount over a short period, that would cause you some problems. But one little piece of gum, and you'll be fine. Yeah, would not recommend it either way, even just in one case. But yeah, it was just there are just things like that parents tell their kids, right, to prevent them from doing something that could become harmful, or even just something that's annoying. Like there's also here's one for you. A lot of parents will tell you as a kid that you cannot pop your knuckles or your fingers, and that if you do, you'll get, I think arthritis is what they'll usually say. They say it causes arthritis, but as far as I remember, the last time I read up on it, there's no scientific evidence for that. Have we talked about this before? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't think there's any like substantial medical research to prove that there's a link between cracking your knuckles and getting things like arthritis. Something's tale. I think it's called an old wives' tale, maybe. Or maybe you mean like a tall tale. In the case of parents telling their kids things, I personally would usually call them little white lies, is what they're called. Like a lie that is told for a good purpose or a good cause. I think in the case of the knuckle cracking thing, parents do usually actually believe that it causes these things. But it probably just started because somebody thought it was annoying. It was like, stop making all this noise. Beneficial gaslighting? No. No, gaslighting and lying aren't the same thing. I don't think there's any such thing as beneficial gaslighting. We need to kill the association that gaslighting and lying are the same thing. I feel like we've changed the definition of this word over the last few years. Gaslighting is so different from lying. It's such a complicated and distinct thing from lying. Yeah, right. Two different things. If you eat a watermelon, a tree will grow in your stomach. Yeah, I got that one too. Or also with like sunflower seeds, which I loved to eat. So the sunflower seed thing didn't come from my parents. I think that came from a classmate. Oh my gosh, I want sunflower seeds. Have you ever had sun butter? I think it's called sun butter. It's kind of like same texture and make and process as like peanut butter, but it's made with sunflower seeds instead of peanuts. So good. It's so good. I want a tub of that to just spoon out 1 spoon at a time right now. Really good on like crackers, just thin white crackers. It's so good. I want sun butter. I haven't had it in a while. I think I'm gonna be getting some sun butter. I'm just gonna eat the whole thing with a spoon. I love, and it's kind of funny because I think sunflowers are my favorite flower, aesthetically speaking and also symbolically speaking. I like them a lot, but just by sheer coincidence, I also really like the taste and texture of the seeds. If you've never had a sunflower seed, I recommend you can get them by the bag if you know where to shop for them. Really yummy. And they make butter out of it too, like peanut butter, but it's sunflower butter, sunflower seed butter, sun butter. Totemo oishii desu. Highly recommend. You could put it on a sandwich. I personally, like I said, I like having them on crackers. Just regular, plain salted crackers. Since the flavor is actually a little strong compared to peanut butter. I think peanut butter can usually be a bit more like subtle in the flavor profile. Sun butter is a bit sharp. So it kind of overrides the flavor of whatever else you're having it with. Hey, you can have it on bread. You can have it on crackers. You could make it into cookies. Maybe you could. I just had that thought just now. I've never seen it or tried it, but I bet you could make, follow a peanut butter cookie recipe. I've done that before. It was terrible because I'm really bad at baking and making cookies and stuff, but maybe you could follow a recipe for a peanut butter cookie, but use sun butter instead. Sunflower cookie? I want to try that. I need to get my sister on the case. She's really good at baking. She makes desserts and stuff. Number 5. She's really good at that. Baking is my weakness. I feel like I'm pretty competent when it comes to a lot of cooking, but more liquid or solid? Lol squid. Like it's in between. As long as you stir it properly. Because I don't know if do you stir your peanut butter when you have it? If you can have peanut butter? Sorry if you can't have peanut butter. Sorry if this is like a conversation I'm excluding you from. You're free to say what you would do, even if you don't eat it. Because I don't know if other people stir it or if they pull it straight out of the jar. I stir it super thoroughly every single time I have it, and it makes it so good. If you don't stir it, you should try it. The next time you have some peanut butter, before you scoop it out, stir it really, really, really thoroughly. Like stir it for a good 30 seconds to a minute, even if it hasn't been stirred at all. Stir it really, really thoroughly, just around the top where you're gonna scoop from. And then just pull it out. What does stirring do? It smooths it. It kind of smooths it out, and it makes it a little bit more of like it makes it a little bit less hard and solid. It makes it a bit more creamy, I guess is the word I could use. Something to do with natural peanut butter. Well, that's how they make natural peanut butter technically. In a way, they literally grind it with one of those turning grinders, those churner grinders. What are those called? The ones you spin. You turn the little knob in a clockwise motion. Yeah, consistent in viscosity. That's a good way to put it. Because otherwise, if you're just scooping it without stirring it at all, you'll have these really condensed, solid chunks that just cling to your teeth and to your throat. And then you'll have little like liquid pools. Because it kind of separates. The liquid separates from the solid matter of the peanut butter. If you stir it up real good, it gets more creamy. It's really good. Highly recommend. Ooh, something else I recommend. I used to do this a lot. Frying a sandwich that has peanut butter on it. You could fry peanut butter and jelly, like just in a frying pan. Even butter the bread just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Yeah, fried peanut butter and jelly. Popular one is fried peanut butter and banana. That's one that I've heard about before, and I even tried it a few times. It was really, really good. Highly recommend. Totemo oishi. Oh, I'm making myself hungry. The sun is rising. Oh my goodness. Yeah, highly recommend if you haven't tried it. I'm giving you so many things to try. I'm giving you so much homework. Yeah, let me know if you try it and you like it. If I'm giving you if I'm putting you onto anything yummy. Hamburger. Peanut butter and hamburger. I've never tried it, but it could be good. Because here's the thing. I feel like peanut butter is often reserved for only sweet things, but I actually really like it in savory contexts. I think it adds a really good note to savory things. Like something I've shared before that I've been, everybody sentences me to one of Judge Shea's execution or torture methods. Whenever I mention this, I share this and someone's like, scavenger's daughter. But I actually really love putting peanut butter in my chicken noodle soup. It's really, really good. Oh, it's so good. I want chicken noodle soup with peanut butter in it. It's so good. You gotta try it if you've never tried it. It's so yummy. I know it sounds crazy, but it's good. Trust me, it's good. Pair of anguish. Yeah, there it is. You see, I've been sentenced to the pair of anguish. I think it's good though. It's really good. And if I don't put it in the soup, like, cause I usually will take it out by the spoonful and stir it into the soup, clean my spoon, get another spoonful, stir it into the soup, just have a couple spoonfuls in there. If I don't do that, I'll make peanut butter sandwiches with nothing else on them, just plain peanut butter sandwiches, single sliced bread, and then I fold it in half to make a little half sandwich kind of. And then I dunk those into the broth. Or sometimes what I actually do is I leave it sitting in the broth so it gets really like moist and soggy. And then I slurp it up. Oishi. It's really, really good. Yeah, I think there are a lot of other savory meals that make use of peanut butter in different cultures that I've never tried. That's what I've been told a couple times whenever I share this, but all I'm hearing is that I'm not a freak and it's actually a normal thing. Yeah. And you should don't knock it before you rock it. You should try it before you throw your stones. Get mad at microwave coffee? That is different. That is different. All right. And it's not even a matter of the quality of the food or the beverage, which in this case, we could talk about that if you wanted to, right? I feel like it could actually negatively impact the flavor and quality of coffee. It's more like, I don't know, as someone that I've been in periods of my life where I needed coffee to get out of my morning, you know, to go on with my day, I needed a cup. At one point, 2 or 3. I was really, really into coffee in the past. I had to break the habit for my vocal health, and I don't drink it anymore. But, you know, I know firsthand the joy of a freshly brewed cup of coffee. And coming from that experience, there is something so soul-crushing to me about the mental image of someone making a full pot of coffee and transferring it directly to the refrigerator and leaving it there, only to pour in cold coffee by the mug over the course of several days and microwaving it to get something close to the joy of a freshly brewed cup of coffee. There's something so saddening about that to me. Like it's not even disgust, you know? Maybe I ham it up enough. Maybe I'm hamming it up so much that you're reading it as contempt or disgust when I talk about that, or when I shame people for that, when I shame a person for that. But I feel more pity, to tell you the truth. I feel sad. I just feel bad thinking about it. I feel like everybody deserves better than that. You know what I mean? Rather have cold brew, but that's not how cold brew is made, is it? Cold brew's different. Cold brew's different. It's not the same. Say their name. Zilgin Joker. I wonder if he's still using the gift that I gave him. I gave him something he needed to make coffee fresh with beans by the cup. I gave him a little gift. I don't know if he's still using it. I know that he had a lot of trouble using it though, because he's super stubborn and insists on only using one really weirdly shaped cup instead of a regular mug. I get it to an extent, because I also have my own mug that I prefer to use. I have a couple. There's one that's more cute and also is the right size, but there's this other one that I use that is kind of like a bowl with a handle. It's just very large. It holds a full water bottle's worth of liquid. And I know this because in certain times, like for example, if I can't get water from my water filter normally, I would use a full bottle of water in the kettle to fill the cup up. So it holds that much water. Yeah. I just think people deserve better than refrigerating coffee over the course of, you know, over a length of time. I think people deserve better than that. You know, it's never that bad. It's never that serious. 2 whole liters. I don't know how much a water bottle is. You know, like when they sell those big packages of a bunch of bottles, like those. One of those size of bottles. But even then, with the shape of my cup, I could use it normally. Yeah, he was insisting on using this. I don't know if he's still using it though, like that specific cup. But he insisted on using this funky shaped cup, and it caused it to spill if he tried to do it, and it wouldn't sit properly on it. So what he did to reconcile this is he used another normal cup to make the fresh cup of coffee, and then he would pour it, or try to pour it, from the normal cup into his weird cup instead of just drinking it from the normal cup. And he would always spill it in the process of transferring it, is my understanding. Man is so stubborn. And I will shame him for it. No, I'm kidding. Like I said, I have my own cup that I'm really picky about using, and I would do exactly the same thing. Except maybe not. Maybe I just drink it out of the other cup. The other cup's cute too. You know, it's nice. It's nice. The shape of this cup, I don't know how to describe it. You'll have to... Don't go out of your way to bring it up to him, but if he's ever talking about it, if he's ever talking about his coffee habits, maybe ask him when the time is right, okay? And don't bring me into it. Again, don't make a moment out of it when it's not relevant to what he's doing, but yeah, maybe next time he's having a cup of coffee, you could ask what his cup looks like. That'd be natural timing, I think. I don't know if I could describe it for you. Yeah, he's got a very whimsical mug. Oh, he's talked about it in the past. Oh, okay. Then maybe do your VOD reps, I guess. I don't know when. I don't know if he's talked about it before. I haven't seen it. What I know is esoteric off-stream knowledge. Because I'm special and I get to talk to my friends when we're not on the clock. And so I know everybody's secrets and you'll never know. In like a FNAF VOD, you're gonna have to be more specific if it's this guy. I feel like almost, no, not almost all. That is a gross exaggeration, but I feel like a lot of his things happen in FNAF VODs. He's always playing a FNAF game. He loves his Five Nights at Freddy's. He loves Five Nights already. He's a big fan. Yeah, no, I'm just joking. I'm just teasing. And he'd know that too. He'd know that too. Just for the record. Do I like my coffee hot or cold? Hot. Hot. As hot as I can drink it without it burning my mouth. Yeah, I like it hot. When it was when I was in the height of my coffee drinking, because I mentioned there was a time when I had to have 2 or 3 cups to get through my day. I was like super reliant. I was super reliant on caffeine. At that point, I preferred it black too. And I still do enjoy a cup of black coffee with nothing in it. But these days, if I'm going to have coffee, I find that I often really want something sweet. Because I have a sweet tooth, just in general. It was always kind of an isolated, removed thing from my love for coffee. But now they've kind of blended in this period of life where I'm not drinking coffee pretty much ever. Like, it is a rare event for me to have a cup of coffee. Yeah, I do love really, really sugary coffee with a lot of milk in it. Yeah. Really yummy. Matcha latte, I've never had that. I've had matcha tea or like matcha something before at some point, but I don't remember when. I think I've tasted it. I think, like, in my mind, I know what it tastes like, but I cannot remember the day I tried it. And it was definitely not here. Like, it was definitely not at home. It was when I traveled. So yeah, no, maybe it breaks your performative male immersion. Your performative male fantasy. I've never had a matcha latte before. And I do not own La Boo Boo. I almost called it Nabubu. I'm still at the party. Oh my god. I genuinely for a second could not remember which one it was. Oh my goodness. And I do not cry while holding my cat and listening to Mitski. It was a joke. And I do not own a tote bag. But yeah, when it comes to coffee these days, if I ever have one at home especially, because I've found now that I've developed a bit of a taste for quality beans. I can kind of tell what good coffee tastes like. And the coffee that we always have at home, and it's always been this way, it's always been like super cheap coffee. Just, you know, ends to the mean coffee. Just for the caffeination more than the flavor. So now to really enjoy it, I kind of have to fill it up with sugar and milk. But it's good. It's good. I love it so much. So honestly, if I want that and I don't need the caffeination, I'll often go for hot chocolate instead. Oh, I'm so excited. It's getting cold, which means I have an excuse to talk about drinking hot chocolate. I get Swiss Miss and drink it year round, just to be clear. But I feel like I can't mention that I'm drinking it unless it's winter. Because I guess it's against the rules to have hot chocolate normally. Yeah, I go through phases with Swiss Miss year round. Swiss Miss in particular. But any hot chocolate. I also really love Abuelita. But I'm not always down to make a full pot of it is my problem. Ooh, though, if you like Abuelita's hot chocolate, I think I've told you this before, maybe. I can't remember if I told you this at one point when it was still cold, maybe back in like March, April, maybe. But if you love the taste of Abuelita hot chocolate, but you don't want to make a full pot, one hack of mine is to take any other hot chocolate that you make by the cup and add cinnamon sugar. I can't remember, I can't name any brands in particular to recommend for it, but you know, like when they make the pre-mixed cinnamon and sugar in the little container, if you add that to a regular cup of hot chocolate, it will have a very similar flavor profile and like feel to it as Abuelita's hot chocolate, which I really, really like. Thick hot chocolate or more watery? I prefer it thicker, but I can accept watery. Build a snowman in winter? I'm trying to decide if it's too early to talk about that. It's not even Halloween yet. We have to relish Halloween. Sorry, I realize I brought it up, and now I'm yelling at you. now I'm calling you out for talking about it, even though I started it. I feel like we should talk about winter when it's winter. Let's talk about Halloween instead. It's too early. It's not Christmas yet. I know there were a bunch of people that the moment we hit September 1st even, they were putting Christmas hats on, putting the little Santa cap on. Yeah, no. Not me. I believe it is Christmas November 1st. If I'm being more reasonable, I'd say like November 25th. Actually, no. I have to draw a harsher line. I forgot. November 6th. That's when it's Christmas. If you want to be like the funny haha, like, it's Christmas now, when it's not actually. November 6th is when you can start being funny haha, it's Christmas. Because before then, it's my birthday. And that takes precedence over Christmas. I'm just joking. September 1st, final offer. No, you have to wait till my birthday's over to start talking about Christmas. Are you telling me you care more about Santa than me? All right, choose. Me or Santa? I'll wait. Okay. One sec. Here you go. Make your choice. Who's more important to you? This is ridiculous. You really feel that way? Ah, shucks. Third option called the one with white hair. Okay. No, it's okay. I get it. You can't pick a side. Grass is green. Fork found in kitchen. You cannot pick a side. I get it. So you can agree that I'm more important than Santa, but you can't agree to celebrate Christmas after my birthday's over. Curious. Interesting. And honestly, I'm being merciful because I said November 6th, but really it should be like the week after my birthday. Like after the nearest weekend to my birthday, because that's when I usually celebrate. Like Friday or Saturday is when I'm going to celebrate my birthday. That's when people are not working. We don't have school, you know? Yeah. November 5th and a half. What the heck? Can you save your Christmas cheer for like 3 days? Oh my goodness. I bet you're also the type to leave your Christmas tree up until February. Yeah, I know. I'm such a goofy individual. I was like, let's talk about winter and Christmas when it's actually winter and Christmas. And then I proceeded to run a poll and keep the conversation going for multiple minutes. Not too much now. I got you. I know what you are. I can see. I see everything. Talk about Valentine's next. I love Valentine's Day. I used to not really care about it. I actually used to be really cynical about it, but I'm excited to celebrate that together when the time comes. I think it's a fun holiday. It's so red and pink. I love the colors and the candy. I don't know. I think there's a lot of doom and like, I'm so lonely and single on Valentine's Day. There's a lot of that, but I don't think Valentine's Day needs to be about romance personally. I think Valentine's Day is really fun if you just get yourself some chocolate and hang out with your friends. And ever since I decided that's how I felt, I've enjoyed Valentine's Day every year. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm really excited for Valentine's Day. Really looking forward to that. It's like a free day to go get yourself some chocolate. I say free. You can do it any day, but like you got an excuse. And if you want to be mysterious about it, you can buy yourself a chocolate gift box and like flaunt it, you know, show it off, carry it around with you. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, do you have a secret admirer? And you'll be like, I'll never tell. And they won't have to know. They'll think you're popular. I've shared this before. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do my usual. I feel like it'd be too dangerous now, but for years I've had a tradition with Valentine's Day of the week after Valentine's Day is over, I'll go to my nearest grocer and I will buy as much chocolate as a small amount of United States dollars can buy, like 20 USD, I think, usually. I get so much chocolate because by a week later, they are trying to throw it away. They're throwing it away. And then I got chocolate to eat for a whole month. Last time I did it was my biggest haul. I can't remember the number. I definitely talked about this back in March or April. You're free to go looking for it if you want the exact number, but I don't remember the number. But when I stacked them all up on my desk, it was tall and wide. It was like a barrier. It was a wall. It was a fortress of heart-shaped chocolate sampler boxes. Oh, you want to get me a heart-shaped chocolate sampler box so bad. It is October. It's October right now. Somebody brought up Valentine's Day as a hypothetical to exaggerate the fact that we were talking about winter and Christmas. We're just going through all of next year. Something's wrong. Something's so goofy about this to me. There's a problem here. Let's talk about Halloween. Are you gonna dress up? Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna go to a party? Are you gonna trick or treat? Are you gonna give candy out to the babies? Are you gonna do anything for Halloween? I highly recommend it. Dressing up as a minion? Banana. Oh my gosh. I have felt so conflicted about Minions because in a vacuum, I would probably really love Minions. You know, they're really cute and really silly and whimsical, and I like them. Like Minions, the creatures, I like them. But the omnipresence of the Minion in marketing and media and product placement, I'm like, oh, it's another Minion. Every single time. I think they're cute though. Dress up as a clown, give candy to kids. Awesome. Don't be too scary if you're gonna be a clown. I think clowns are really cute. And well, maybe you could be a scary clown, but try not to scare the kids too much. Very important. Don't celebrate it here. That's totally cool too. It's not, you know, even here in the States, not everybody celebrates it, and that's okay. That's okay. You are free to spend your days and celebrate your days however you like. I personally, at this point in life, I'm taking every excuse I can get to celebrate anything, because it makes life more fun and whimsical. Like I will invent reasons to celebrate things. Like even Valentine's Day. I mentioned Valentine's Day is traditionally more of a romantic holiday, but I found that it is a really fun time to celebrate with friends or with a small group or with family. Is it your birthday soon? Happy early birthday. I don't sing the happy birthday song though. Sorry. That's just not something I do. A happy early birthday. I hope your day is epic and awesome, and I hope you get a good treat when the time comes. Wishing you the best. Rich people thing here? Is it a rich people thing to celebrate Halloween? Really? Where you live? It's so interesting to me. Like a rich people thing to give out candy, or a rich people thing to like trick or treat? That is so interesting to me. When I grew up, it was like everybody was doing it. Everybody was doing it. From both perspectives. Like if you were a kid and you couldn't afford a crazy costume, you'd make one. I took great pride in making my costumes. We talked about this pretty recently. I can't remember which stream it was, but it was a point of ego. It was a point of ego to make my own costumes after a while. Started as an issue of necessity, but yeah, I took great pride in that. And then on the other end, you know, I mentioned both ends would participate. Even if it was really like cheap or simple candy, it was still awesome. A lot of my candy was like that, but I ate every single piece. I loved it. Halloween is for everybody, except not everybody. Like you do not have to participate. It's like everybody can participate is what I mean. Yeah, everybody can participate. I think it's awesome. I think any excuse to dress up or to have fun or to have a treat, anything sweet. But that's just me. I have a sweet tooth. I've talked about this already today. I have a sweet tooth. I love sweet things. I love candy. I love chocolate especially. Chocolate is my favorite. I love any day that I can get chocolate. Valentine's Day is my favorite for chocolate though. Bringing it back to February, even though we're in October. I think Valentine is my favorite for chocolate because they're making some nice chocolates. You know, I love chocolate in general, but I especially love when they've got like the filling, like syrup inside or whatever. Like the chocolate with the strawberry syrup or whatever, the cream inside. So good. Or like Easter as well. I love those cream eggs. I'm a big fan of those. So yummy. Yeah, I love sugar. I love sweets. So I have to take brushing my teeth really seriously. I don't want to rot them away. So I'm extra cautious about that. Caramel chocolate, it's actually one of my favorites. Yeah, I love those. Favorite candy on Halloween? I think when I was a little kid, I liked chocolate covered nougat. Was my favorite. And by extension, I liked chocolate nougat caramel as well. Those were my favorite, I think, when I was younger. If I went trick-or-treating today... Ooh, there's like dark chocolate variants of that I really like. Because I'm more of a dark chocolate guy than a milk chocolate guy. It's complicated. If I'm going to have one piece of chocolate, I think I usually prefer dark chocolate. Or no, I prefer milk chocolate if it's just one. But if it's dark chocolate, I can have 3. You know? Yeah, nougat and chocolate was my favorite when I was a little kid. When I was actively, like... I say trick-or-treating, but most years I just bought my own candy at the store a couple days later when it was on sale. That's how we... I mentioned this in a previous, like a recent stream as well, but we didn't trick-or-treat most years. I did it twice, maybe 3 times, if I'm misremembering. But most years we would dress up and go to school in our costumes, and then we'd buy candy at the store, whatever we wanted, a couple days later. And it was super cheap. It was awesome. Highly recommend that strategy too. Like, dress up and get the experience of Halloween without the toil of trick-or-treating. But also, there's something really respectable and fun about working for it. You know, working for your candy. I like that. Licorice. That is one of my candy no-goes, actually. I'm not a fan of licorice. I'll eat it, but that's where I get a little picky. I'm not a big fan of licorice. Like the ones you like sit and chew on or break off, I don't like those as much. It's like honestly, it's one of the only candies that I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I think the 2 broad categories of candy that I don't really like. I don't really like licorice, but I can still eat it. I actively dislike sour candy. You might jump me for this. Because I'm certain that there's a sour shooter in the room with me right now. I don't like sour candy. I can't. I just don't get it. I will never understand it. It just hurts. Eating it just hurts. Like, I'm sure it would be a beautiful treat to have if I just wanted my tongue to hurt and the roof of my mouth to hurt a little bit and to just sting. Or if I wanted all the joy of drinking poison without perishing afterwards. But personally, I don't really want those things. So I don't like sour candy. I just don't. I'm not a fan. Yeah, it really tastes like chemicals to me. I just can't. I like sour as a flavor profile in the right context. I've mentioned this before for sure. I really like sweet and sour. But in candy, the ones that you sit and suck on, no. Absolutely not. That's my candy weakness. I can't do it. I've always hated it ever since I was a little kid. Mad respect for those that like to hurt their mouth and that like to eat candied poison. Just, you know, just taste the sensation of having acid in your mouth, like battery acid or whatever. That's what it felt like to me. I'm speaking metaphorically. Anytime I've tried sour candy, it felt like I had the inside of a battery in my mouth. Just itching and burning and hurting and everything. Not a big fan. Mad respect to people that like that. No shade. In fact, if I come into any sour candy, you can have it. I'm giving it to you. Whether you eat it or throw it away is up to you. 8 batteries before it? No, it's just more like what I imagine it would be like. You know, it would probably not be very nice. Again, speaking metaphorically here. Or I guess it's not a metaphor, it's a simile, because I said it would be like battery acid. Yeah, not a metaphor, it's a simile. Literary devices, make sure you study. Very important. Raisins covered in dark chocolate. They make dark chocolate covered raisins. I've had chocolate covered raisins, like milk chocolate. I would probably... Oh my god. If you gave me a bag of dark chocolate covered raisins, that would be the end of my life. I'd never have a regular meal again. Because like I said, I prefer milk chocolate for flavor profile, but I also really, really love dark chocolate, and I can eat it without limitations. I have to set an actual, like, imposed limit on myself to stop having dark chocolate because I don't get the recoil of the sweet. It's not too sweet, so I can handle it. If it was dark chocolate covered raisin, I'd be shoveling it in by the fistful every meal. I have to try that. Raisins? You don't like raisins? Do you not like raisins? They're so good. You gotta at least give a chance to chocolate covered raisins. Come on, they're so good. They're so yummy. They have such a nice texture and flavor. It's like chocolate, but it has a slight fruity flavor to it because of the raisin inside. Totemo oishii desu. 本当に美味しい. You should try it. Don't be shy. Say ah. Now I kind of want to go get some chocolate covered raisins. Now you're making me crave more stuff. I've gone through like 6 cravings in this conversation alone. I feel like we talk about food so often. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love food so much. I'm so happy that humans have to eat. I'm so happy that we cook food and that we invent recipes and candies and stuff. So yummy. Raisin has an icky texture. Well, have you had a chocolate covered raisin? Because the texture is different. When you have a chocolate covered raisin, you don't taste or feel the texture of the raisin. You feel and taste the texture of the chocolate, and you just have a slight flavor of a raisin. The texture gets overwritten by the chocolate, I promise. Or that's what I think. If you've never had it, maybe you'd like it. It's good. Just ruins the chocolate. What? It's good. Oh my gosh. We cannot have this conversation. I don't know. I love fruit, and I miss when I could have fruits and berries. And there are some fruits and berries that I can still have, so I'm very fond of them. I will go to war for them, you know. I will defend them. I will defend their honor. So if you're gonna talk smack about my girl Raisin, you know, what's the big idea, huh? You're gonna keep Raisin's name in your mouth. This is how I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna say, what's that? Do we have a problem? Raisins are good. I stand by that. And chocolate covered raisins are great. Not just good, great. Excellent even. What did you say about raisins? I'm the raisin warrior. So long not seeing that. Yeah, you've been so well behaved for the most part. Haven't had to pull that out in a while. That's my intimidation face. That's the face I make when I'm mad at somebody. You have a problem with raisins? I'm gonna go get some chocolate raisins, and I'm gonna eat them all by myself if you're gonna hate on raisins. They're good. My raisin truthers know what's good. Yeah, that'll be my Halloween treat, maybe. I don't know if I don't know if I was initially planning to get candy or chocolate or anything this year. But honestly, I love any post-holiday sale to get a lot of chocolate. That's my other hack when it comes to... I don't know if I mentioned any other hacks for chocolate or candy in particular, but my hack in general, any candy holiday, Halloween, even Christmas, Valentine's Day, don't go shopping before. Go shopping days later. It will be marked down by a lot. Or at least by a little if you're going to like a really big chain. I personally recommend, rather than a chain, if you can go to like a mom and pop type store, like a family owned grocer or a local grocer, they tend to mark it down by a lot more because they're trying to get rid of it. That's my personal hack. That's how you can get a lot of candy. Or you can at least get whatever candy you want for a fraction of the price. It works. That's one of my cheapskate hacks. Another one that I share super freely is if you like thrifting for clothes, I recommend specifically looking for chain thrift stores that are near gated communities and wealthy areas, because the things that get donated to them tend to be of higher quality, despite the fact that they're the same price as what you'd find in any other normal thrift store. That's where, like, when all the wealthy people decide to replace their seasonal wardrobe and get rid of everything that they've only worn once, they donate it. They donate it to the nearest thrift store. Usually, it's not always perfect, but sometimes you'll find a gem. You know, like, not everything in the thrift store will be like that, but you will have a higher success rate of finding really high quality, high value stuff. That's my thrift hack. Like Robin Hood with it. Stealing from the rich in a way, but not really, because you're paying for it. But you know what I mean? That's my hack. That's how I get a lot of my nicest clothes. So I'm not much of a, like, I'm not one to really care about brand or like a recognizable logo or anything. Like a lot of my peers, even when we were all kids, I feel like everybody has cared a lot. Like, oh, I am wearing this thing. I have these shoes. I have this purse. I've got this bag. I've got this brand hat. Everybody always cared so much about who made the thing they were wearing. I've never once in my life cared about that. I could never and will never care about that. I just want it to look nice. I want it to be made of good materials that feel comfortable and are not going to fall apart. That's my standard. Yeah. And that's why I always succeed. Because that is my standard, I'm pleased by so many things. Satisfaction is really just, it's dependent on whatever your standard or expectation is. In any case, we've actually talked for longer than I was planning to. I've been so deprived of conversation lately. I'm not gonna go back to work after this like I'd normally say. I'm actually just gonna, I think I'm gonna go take a little nap, and then I'll get to work. Yeah, I will do my best in the meantime to get my schedule together for you. I'm just waiting on confirmation for one day. But what I can tell you is that there will be karaoke this week for sure. Depending on the day that I'm trying to work out, I might end up moving the karaoke by a day. But it'll probably be near the end of the week. Yeah, I have a karaoke stream planned. It will be shorter than my usual because I'm still recovering my voice. I'm able to talk pretty normally now without any issues, which is awesome. Like, my throat doesn't hurt at all anymore when I'm talking. And I think most streams I could get through them without any issues. Longer ones, like 6-7 hours, would probably provide some problems. I was going through it after the Pokemon stream recently, but it was worth it because I got my hair. But yeah, I'm still struggling to get my singing back. And I'll need to put in a little bit more work before I can do a full karaoke stream. But I'm going to try to do, oh my God, 6, 7. Anyway, I'm going to try to do a shorter karaoke set list than usual. A smaller number of songs. Unarchived, yes. It'll be unarchived because of the songs that I'm choosing this time around. And it's also just kind of my quality insurance of if it ends up being really weak, then I don't have to think about it after it's over. You know what I mean? I think it'll be okay though. I'm getting my vocal control back mostly. It's just my vocal stamina that's really, really suffering. I can't sing for as long. And I still don't have all my control back either, so I have to be a little careful with the songs that I choose. But yeah, I'm going to try my best to give you a good show anyway. I really miss singing. It's been longer than I've ever gone without a karaoke stream, which typically speaking, the amount of time since our last karaoke stream is still shorter than what I would consider normal for a gap between karaoke streams, but I'm a bit different, and I'm a freak who's addicted to karaoke, so it's felt a lot longer than it actually has been, if you know what I mean. This is what doing it every few weeks does to you. You go an actual month without it, and it feels like it's been 10 years. Last karaoke stream, I think, was the half anniversary one. Isn't that crazy? That had my favorite... I think that had my favorite vocal performance ever, too. Or one of them. Thinking about that. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh, man, I wish I could have archived that one. But I wanted to pull a song from every stream, including unarchived ones. That particular performance of Romeo and Cinderella, I think, is the luckiest I've ever gotten singing live in any of my karaoke, because that song is so tough. So I'm very proud of that. And it's gone forever. Like something, I don't know. I just got so lucky with that song in particular. I got so lucky. Something took over. Something took control of my body. And gave me better breast support than I usually have. But yeah. There'll be karaoke around the end of the week. Either on Halloween itself, or maybe the day before, or maybe the day after. Currently, I'm planning to do it Halloween itself in the late evening. Like my usual time. I'm going to try to get my sleep under control before then, so that I can also be there for something earlier in the morning. But yeah. Rest of the week, it's still being confirmed, and I will need a couple days to rest and to work. I'm still in that period, and I want to see if I can arrange some things still for the week after. So that is about as low key as I can be. Yeah, I will see you as soon as I do. I might try and do an evening stream of some kind. I don't know what I'd do, but if not, I'll try to see you like on one of the next days once I've worked out my schedule. And like I said, it's all still up in the air. I haven't determined exactly what I'll do and exactly what order it will be in, but I do have a bit of extra time to figure everything out, like over today and tomorrow. Karaoke streams are one of your greatest joys. Oh, you're too kind. I look forward to it too. It's really exciting for me. It's my favorite stream to do. So even if I have to modify it and make it a shorter set list than my normal to make it happen, I'm still, I'll still do that because I really enjoy it. And even if I make a ton of mistakes, even if I don't sound my best, I'll still enjoy it. I just really enjoy that experience. So I'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. Yeah. Thank you for being so patient. It's been a minute since the last one. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Let's see, is there anybody I can send you to? I wonder. This is impulsive, and I opened YouTube as soon as I set up the stream, so I didn't see if anybody was gonna go live. Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna send you to my boy Sable. He's playing Mario Kart. Do you want to play Mario Kart with him? I love that guy so much. Speaking of karaoke, he did a really, really good one yesterday. Did you see it? I think it might have been archived. I think all the songs were archive friendly, so I don't know if he archived it or not, but it was really good. Highly recommend checking it out if it's still there. Love that guy. He's playing Mario Kart. Feel free to join him if you have the game, maybe. If not, feel free to watch. And if not, no pressure about participating in the redirect. If this is the end of the line, I hope you get some good rest. This is different than my usual time, so if you're about to go to bed, I hope you have some sweet dreams. If you're about to start your day, I hope you have a wonderful day. I don't know what your sleep looks like lately, so I don't wanna assume, but yeah, I'm wishing you epic rest, epic meals. Get something tasty when you can for your next meal, and stay safe. Okay, I'll see you again as soon as I can. Thank you for hanging out with me. Okay, bye bye.